Well, Your Honor, after 15 years of marriage, my wife, Kathy, decided that being gay was more important than being a wife and a mother.
What do you mean by being gay? Being happy? What are you talking about?
Being a lesbian.
I have to dispute that, Your Honor.
And she's neglected her children as a result of that?
Yes, she has, Your Honor.
What
No, I
drew her
haven't.
to that conclusion?
What drew me to that conclusion?
No, you said she's decided that that's better than being a wife and mother.
Well,
what
Your Honor,
happened? How did she get there?
June 21st, 1998, she told me that she didn't want to be with me anymore, that she was going to move over to her mother's to reflect on what she was doing. Well, I came home the following Wednesday, and the children told me, Dad, Mom did not move in with Granny. Mom moved in with Tammy.
The children told you this?
Yes.
And you say you came home. Where were you?
I was at work.
And Tammy is her lover?
Tammy is her toolist Tommy, yes.
Tammy is her what?
Toolist Tommy?
Toolless Tommy. Meaning she doesn't have a tool like you.
That's right.
Oh. How did you get to this point, Mrs. Smith?
We got to this point because my husband decided that we needed to swing in our marriage. Several years.
So he introduced you to the swing?
Yes, ma'am, he did. I have a tattoo.
Tell me about that.
I have a tattoo on my back that
And what does it say?
It has his name in it and his best friend's name in it. And
well, is his best friend a woman or a man?
it is a man.
So he decided that you were supposed to swing with two men. You missed it.
And I swung with the best friend's wife also.
Oh, so it was
And
a
I was
real
not there.
party.
It wasn't a swing. Normally, a swing.
What you call that one?
What do you call that one? That's a solo. That ain't no swing.
He knew about the arrangements, though, when I was
No,
with
I
the
did not.
woman.
I did not even
No, you're
participate.
saying that your husband introduced you to the idea of other partners in your
Yes.
relationship. Did you start your wife into the other parties being involved
No, I
in your
did not.
marriage?
Yes,
No, I
ma'am.
did not, Your
How
Honor.
did that begin?
How did that begin?
Yes.
Well, one night, my ex-friend and I went over to the strip club, and we came back, and I was drunk, and I passed out on the floor and woke up to them making out on the floor.
And then did you join them?
No, I did not.
So,
That's
so
not
what
my
did you
cup
do
of tea.
about it?
He let it go, Your Honor.
No,
What
I
do you
didn't
mean?
let it go.
What did you do, Mr. Smith?
I told her to stop. I asked her constantly to stop. And
What do
she
you mean constantly?
went-
I'm talking about at that moment.
At
you
that
wake
moment-
up out of a drunk stupor, you find out that your friend and your wife are making love together, and you say, stop?
Well,
Is that what you're telling me?
They wasn't in the actual act. They was sort of like making out. You know, they was kissing and touching and,
So you just told them to stop?
I told them, you know, this ain't the place to do this. We've got kids here, and you shouldn't be doing this anyway. You're my wife.
So was it at the wrong place and the fact that the children were home, or was it the act itself that was wrong for you?
It's the act itself. She's never been honest or true throughout the whole marriage. She cheated on me before with somebody else prior to my
Let me
ex-friend.
ask you this. What made her so comfortable to start kissing, hugging, and petting, and rubbing, and touching on your friend in your house with you laying there?
Well, I guess she felt comfortable because I was asleep. But on the other hand, you know, I did not condone it. I did not ask her to do it.
So you never set her up in a situation like that?
No, only a fool would
yes,
set somebody up in a situation like
Yes,
Well,
that.
there's been
He
plenty
did.
of fools around because I've heard stories of it before.
Yes,
Mrs.
he
Smith,
has, Your Honor.
What happened? How did he do it?
He started it with his friend, with the best
The
friend.
same friend that you was kissing, hugging,
Yes.
rubbing, and touching?
Yes, Your Honor.
But it was on a different night under different circumstances? What?
No, this was the same incident. You know, we had discussed it, and I found this gentleman attractive. And he said, well, if you want to have sex with him, go right ahead.
That's what your husband said?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
No, Your Honor,
Was
I
he
did not.
drunk?
No, he was quite sober.
So he wasn't the fool that he claims?
No, he was not.
No,
And
Your
you
Honor.
thought it was okay because he said so?
No, I didn't think it was okay. I married quite young. I was 17 when I met this gentleman.
But you were already married. The point is you were still
I had
married.
to marry this man. I did not love this man from beginning. I was pregnant.
So you stayed 15 years with somebody that you don't
My grandmother
love.
forced
Ha!
me to marry him because I was pregnant.
Surprise!
Yes, Your Honor. This
Your
is the
grandmother
way.
forced you to marry him, but all the time you were looking elsewhere. Is that what you're telling me?
So was he.
I
And you
was not
found
looking
somebody that was
elsewhere.
much more attractive to you than your husband.
Yes.
But how many years had you been married by then?
About 5.
So even though your grandmother made you marry him, let's assume that that's true, 5 years later, you're into it. You're still married. You're
I
still
was-
not satisfied, and you
I was
still
young.
can't be a wife?
No, I wasn't.
Well,
I
you're
didn't
still
know what
young.
else to do. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know where else to turn.
But you were still searching for somebody else.
Yes. Someone that would love me for me and not make me feel cheap and used.
Well, you thought having sex with his friend, who's
Because
supposed to be his friend, would make you feel like you were $1 million?
No.
That makes you
No,
feel real
ma'am.
cheap. It's the friend.
That makes you feel like
No,
a
ma'am.
doormat.
Oh. So now somebody's sitting over there. Who's that?
I'm the girlfriend.
That's Toolis
Oh.
Tommy.
Come up. What's your name? And I know it's not what he said.
My name's Tammy Curtis, and I met this gentleman before I met her.
And
You did not.
Hold
You're
on, Mr.
full
Smith.
of it.
You're full of it.
I
We
met
both
you,
worked at
you
the same time.
You're
We were both
friggin'
hired at...
crazy, Mr. Smith.
I'm sorry, Toolis Tommy.
Sorry, buckwheat.
All
I
right,
got you,
all
buckwheat.
right, that's enough of the name calling. That's not what we're here.
Everything he's saying is not right.
Okay, well, you tell me what's right from your
I
perspective.
worked for a detail shop. I'd worked there, and then these two come in one day. Me and her had never talked, or him and I. I guess he got a job there. Well, he started work a couple weeks before she did. And he was coming into my work of business and telling me about his wife and how she was bisexual and how they was looking for a bisexual partner to move in with them so they can
And be
have
a part of
a
our-
beautiful
be a
family.
part of
And
our
all the time
family.
he knew that you were a
No.
lesbian? Are you a lesbian?
Yes.
And Mr. Smith knew that?
Yeah.
And so he approached you and made a pass at you to
Yes.
be a part of his family?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you move in with them?
Yes, I've moved with about all of them, yes.
And how long did you stay with them?
I've known these people 3 years.
And how long did you live with them?
But most of the time I've known them.
So you moved in like shortly after you met?
After me and her met, yes, ma'am.
No.
And with his blessings?
With his blessings, he put us together.
So you became part of the family as Mr. Smith wished?
Exactly.
All right, folks, this case has kids as witnesses, swinging tattoos, and a nickname, Buckle Up. Anytime children are the ones breaking news, I already know this house was in shambles before they even came to court. And this divorce court episode just took a hard left. We went from cheating to identity revelation. This escalated real quick. And the dude claims that he didn't suspect anything and he just walked in on both of these two ladies having some mattress polo. And finding out your spouse is cheating is bad, but finding out that they're cheating and you're not even the target demographic is brutal. But here comes the plot twist. She says he suggested swinging in the first place. Yes, the classic open the door and act surprised when someone walks through it. Swinging is like playing with fire. Don't act shocked when something burns down. But I will say this, swinging doesn't mean bring it home, introduce it to the kids, and build a second life. And hold on, she got a tattoo with his name and his best friend on her back? That's not a tattoo, that's basically a group project. Once best friends enter the swinging chat, the marriage timer starts counting down. To be honest with you, this marriage sounds like it's collapsing under bad decisions stacked on worse ones. And of course, once again, the lover is here, sitting in the courtroom as a witness. This isn't a divorce court anymore, this basically is a family reunion nobody wanted. And her name is Tammy. Of course it is. Tammy showed up with confidence, a mullet, and zero shame. That haircut also tells me she's seen some things. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to listen to this case, but that mullet is testifying louder than she is. That hairstyle is saying I swing, I ride motorcycles, and I don't back down from confrontation. But wait guys, it gets worse. Tammy is now claiming that he invited her to live with both of them. So this went from cheating to swinging to why does this sound like a failed reality show pitch? In my opinion, I believe that this is actually the husband's fault, and that is my take, guys. What do you think so far?
So then what happened? The two of you decided that he wasn't making this happen? That
I didn't want to be with him. I mean, you know.
So
and
you
then-
only wanted Mrs. Smith?
Well, no,
Yes,
it
she
didn't
did, Your
start
Honor.
off at that at all.
We're not talking about
record.
starting. Where did it progress to? I'm past the start.
Well, as it progressed down along the line, we started having feelings for each other, and we both wanted to out of that situation.
So you wanted to leave him out, and that's what happened.
Yes.
And you left and went to live with Mrs. Curtis?
Yes,
With Miss
Your Honor,
Curtis?
I did.
And
All
she
right.
abandoned
Anything
her
else
children,
you
Your
want to
Honor.
add, Miss Curtis?
No.
And the rest is history. The two of you are still together, right?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
ma'am.
All
She
right.
deserted her
Have a
children.
seat. Now, what happened in terms of the children as a result of all of
She
this?
left them, Your Honor.
Left the children.
She abandoned them and left them with me.
I did not abandon
You left them.
I
I've got proof right
What do you
here.
mean by that?
I moved out. You got the letter?
I got all the
What
letters.
you wrote her in a letter
Yeah, I wrote him a letter.
and told him what you were doing?
that I was moving out, yes.
And you
we
asked me to
thought
move
we
back
would
home
work
because
things
Tammy
out.
wouldn't support you.
Excuse me?
Hello? Wake up.
So what happened, Mr. Smith?
So I got me an apartment and moved approximately 15 miles away because I could not stand seeing that situation and my children going through that.
Did you take the children with you?
No, ma'am. I left them behind
Why didn't you take the children since you couldn't stand it?
because I was unable to take care of them at that time because I didn't have a place to live.
So why do you say that she abandoned them? You left and didn't take the children.
Thank you,
She
Your
left
Honor.
and didn't take the children. What's the
I
difference?
didn't have a place for them either.
The two of you sound like you were just more interested in yourselves, and everybody forgot about these
She's
poor
always
children.
been interested in herself, Your Honor.
Both of you forgot about these children.
No, I did not, Your Honor. The whole time I was gone, I gave her $300 a month child support for 5 months.
But you
She's
didn't like
been
the
gone since
situation, you said, and it wasn't good for them. So why didn't you take them with you? You told
Because
me you
where
got
I
an
went was a
apartment,
one-bedroom apartment.
and you didn't think the children could sleep in the bed, and you sleep on the couch? Wasn't enough room on the floor?
No, he put he put them on the floor when they would go and see him on
I
the
picked
But
weekend.
what
up
are all
every
those letters?
weekend.
What is all that? Shall I read it?
The point of this one is I was leading up to this when Sam had
Taking you
his
too long.
surgery.
Let me read them. Maybe I can lead to myself.
Well, when Sam had his surgery on December 1st, she told me that Tammy would not support her and wouldn't work. They was living off the $300 a month that I gave them.
Is that your son?
Tammy, no.
You said surgery. Was that
My
your son?
son, yes.
Okay.
So during his surgery, she's telling me, we went outside to have a cigarette, and she started crying and said, Lou, I made a mistake. I want you to move back home. And I even got on my knees and asked her to remarry me, and she accepted. And then she stayed until the 5th of December at my apartment with my 2 children. When I moved back home on December 6th, and on December 7th, my daughter, she called me at work, frantic, crying, Dad, Mom's left us. And I came immediately home from work early.
Now, that's what these letters are saying. This letter says very clearly, Ms. Smith, I'm only thinking of myself.
Thank you, Your Honor. She's
And
always
you
thought of
repeated
herself.
it 3 times. I have to think of myself. I'm out of here. You take care of the kids.
She's always thought of herself.
Yeah.
You wrote it in your
I
handwriting.
sure did.
So you left your children just for your own personal gratification.
After he moved in, he took me and her by the shoulders and said, if I catch you guys again, I'll hunt you both down and I will kill you.
I did not.
In the same breath,
I did
Your
not.
Honor, he told me that this lady that he was seeing was pregnant.
Now
That
wait a
is
minute.
the biggest factor.
Why would he say that if I catch you again, I'm going to kill you? If you're
Because
telling me,
she
hold
was
on a
still
second,
living
Miss
in the
Smith,
home.
But
You
you're
asked
telling
her
me,
to leave the home.
Mr.
You hadn't
Smith,
took off the
I am
lease.
talking.
Sorry.
You told me that he was in agreement with this relationship. So why now does he want to kill you?
I don't know, Your Honor,
Oh,
but
it doesn't
he
make
did,
sense to
he
me
did
either.
tell me that.
But the
Me and
issue
her
is,
both
you
that.
wrote a letter saying to him, I have to think of myself. One day the kids will understand. Take care of the kids. I'm out of here.
She's always thought of herself, Your Honor.
Okay, this is the part where the story turns tragic because now this isn't lifestyle drama, this is family damage. He says that she came back and said that she made a mistake and that he put down his knee to, take her back, essentially, and get remarried. That alone tells me that she knew that she blew up her whole life. This is not confusion, this is just regret that she's experiencing. But then she leaves him again for toolless Tammy. That's the part that hits so different because this time she knew exactly what she was doing when she left for toolless Tammy. And let's talk about the kids for a second. She didn't just leave the marriage, she also left her children for another person. Adults can make choices, but kids don't get a vote in this situation and they ultimately suffer the most. And I again don't feel like this is confusion for her. This was, I chose what I want over everyone else. And that's where sympathy starts running out. And let me just be clear, you're allowed to leave a marriage if that's what you want to do. You're not allowed to emotionally yo-yo someone and traumatize your kids in the process. Freedom doesn't cancel the responsibility that you have to your family. This feels like a marriage where trust was shattered on both sides, but only one side really kept walking away, and only one side kept coming back asking for forgiveness and financial well-being. In my opinion, now I feel like this lady here has some issues because the kids are now involved, and I don't like that.
Again, she's telling you she's thinking of herself and don't want you
Yes.
to brainwash the kids and talk about it too bad. One day you'll understand. The problem is the children didn't understand.
Yeah, how can they
5 months
understand if their
without
mom's
their
a
mother?
lesbian?
Well, they probably won't have a problem understanding that.
They don't have a
But
problem with
5
that.
They do have a
months
problem.
without-
Sarissa failed 8th grade last year.
I talked to my daughter on the phone.
Yeah, that's why she
doesn't
calls
have
you
a
her dad's egg
problem.
donor, right?
She doesn't have a problem.
She don't have a mother, she has an egg donor. That's what
You know
she told
what?
me.
Let me understand you. I'm sure your children are having difficulty dealing with this,
Just
but
like any children are.
more importantly, you're not going to convince this court that after leaving your children for 5 months, 5 months is the first communication between you and them, that didn't hurt them. Of course it affected them.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
And all
I
of a
don't
sudden your
dispute
mother leaves you.
that.
I don't care why she leaves.
I don't dispute
care
that at all.
how legitimate it is, how important it is.
And I also
And I
have
see him every
told
weekend,
him-
Your Honor.
I am talking.
Sorry.
It has impact on those children.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what kind of support has been provided? What is the issue here?
I'm seeking child support from December of 1998 when she left them. She hasn't helped me at all with them since.
Yes,
I've been
Your
taking
Honor,
care
I
of them
have.
on my own, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have to say something about
No, you don't have to say anything about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
She
we
has
have.
not gave me any
He
child
has
support
What
at
are you
all.
doing? What are you doing in terms of supporting the children?
He called me when I was on my job several times, needing money, no problem. We'd go down, take money. Food, no problem. Our roommate.
After he called you?
Yeah,
And how
no
many times have
problem.
you done that?
Several times.
And have you done it on a regular basis?
She brought them school supplies, Your Honor. That was it.
School supplies.
And
I bought
$20 for the kids.
clothes. We've gotten. I took $50 in school or food down to them.
Since December of 98?
You name it. I've come and got my children, taken my children out, spent
How much
money
have
on
you
my
sent those children regularly? Sent to Mr. Smith for
I
supporting your
haven't
children
sent him
regularly?
anything regularly.
These letters constantly said you were thinking of yourself. And I think that is exactly what has happened in this relationship. Both of you have thought more of yourselves than what effect it would have on your children. You're just so busy going into self-gratification and wanting to, have fun with your body, disrespecting yourselves and your husband, the marriage vows, and forgetting about the effect on these children. That's not what marriage is. After 15 years, okay, if you want to run off with somebody else, nobody can stop you. But you should think enough of your children and not just abandon and leave them and not have any
Exactly. I
communication from
understand,
them.
Your Honor.
Your
All right,
Honor.
I'm finished with your testimony. I'm talking now.
This lady left her children for 5 months and she didn't see her kids once? Not a weekend, not a birthday, not a check-in? That's not space. That is complete abandonment in my book. And last I checked, 5 months is like a lifetime for children. They didn't just lose a parent, they learned who stayed, and that is the father. And he's seeking child support, and I think honestly he deserves it. It's exactly what you're supposed to do in a situation like this. Child support is not a punishment because now suddenly you ordered a U-Haul with your honey. It's participation in the fact that you have children that exist on this planet. And the part that's so uncomfortable about this is that she had time to build her new life, but no time to show up for her kids. That's where the math stops mathing, in my opinion. You're allowed to pursue happiness, but you're not allowed to disappear from your children while doing it. Self-discovery does not come with a child abandonment clause.
It's just sad to know that two people can become parents. Now, yes, you said I was a child at 17 when I married him, but you've grown up now. That excuse is no longer there. Mrs. Smith, I am not convinced that you didn't encourage the relationship. And you played with fire and you got burned and it turned around on you and you didn't expect it to turn into what it did. You probably thought it was, again, self-gratification, having fun, getting a little pleasure and enjoyment, and unfortunately, your wife decided to fall in love with Miss Curtis. But in any event, that's your lives that you destroyed. Do what you want to do with it. But don't destroy these children's lives. And that's what you're doing now by the lack of emotional support and the lack of financial support. Your children need support. And the fact that you're the mother does not excuse you no more than it would excuse Mr. Smith if you had the children. And with that, I don't believe that it's how many children?
2.
2 children. $300 per month for child support is unreasonable. I probably would have ordered more, but Mr. Smith says all I want is $300. And I don't think it's an unreasonable sum. The children need to be provided for. And the fact that you're the mother is no excuse.
I don't have a problem with that,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
that's the court's order. $300 per month for child support, and I can't make it retroactive to December because you didn't ask for it. You have to come into court and ask for support. And therefore, I have to deny your request for retroactivity. But it is $300 per month, payable on, what's today's date? The 15th day of each month, starting this month. That's the court's order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Okay, guys, this case stopped being about what she's into, swinging, and who kissed who. What it actually comes down to is the choices that she decided to do. You can discover who you are, you can leave your marriage, you can change your life for all I care, but you don't get to disappear from your children for 5 months and leave one parent to carry everything alone. Then show up in court with no receipts and ask for sympathy. But at the end of the day, courts don't care about vibes or personal journeys. They care about who has the responsibility. And in this situation, only one parent showed up when it mattered. I believe that this case is absolutely sad, and I do believe that the children are the ones who suffer the most in this situation. But I want to know your thoughts on this case, guys. What do you think? Do you think that she should have to pay more in child support? Do you think that it's wrong for her to go and pursue this relationship after she was married and had children? What do you think about this situation? Let me know in the comments down below.